On March 14, 2025, at exactly 7:34 p.m., Jamal and Tasha Williams, a couple adored by millions, were seen in their final TikTok video. What began as an innocent moment of fun turned into a chilling spectacle that no one could have foreseen. In a world where viral moments flood our screens, where pranks, challenges, and laughter dominate the feed, everything seems simple. Perfect. Yet behind the filters, behind the smiles, some stories carry a darkness no one sees. This isn't just another story of internet fame. It's about two people, caught in the whirlwind of a relationship strained by the pressure of perfection, jealousy, and the relentless expectations of their online lives. A relationship that spiraled into something irreversible. What started as a harmless TikTok prank, soon became something darker, something terrifying. But the world didn't know, not yet. The video went viral. The comments flooded in. What they thought was a simple joke, turned deadly. In a split second, everything changed. But what really happened that day? The world would never see them the same again. And neither would Jamal and Tasha. Jamal and Tasha Williams. Together, they built an empire on TikTok, their playful chemistry adored by millions. What started as a simple way to entertain their followers turned into something bigger, something they never anticipated. But behind the scenes, both were struggling with their own insecurities, their individual pressures. What appeared to be a fairy tale romance was, in reality, a ticking time bomb. Jamal Williams had dreams. Big ones. As a rising star in the local rap scene, he was no stranger to ambition. His music, raw and filled with emotion, captured the attention of his community. But outside of his hometown, the spotlight seemed just out of reach. Every new song, every performance felt like a step closer to breaking into the mainstream.
Welcome to Shocking True Crime. Thanks to all our viewers and subscribers for your support. Stay with us for daily updates on the most shocking true crime stories. Don't forget to subscribe.
Yet, time after time, he found himself stuck, always on the cusp of something great but never fully crossing that threshold. His frustrations mounted, and with them, his desperation. He needed to make it big. He had to. But the world of rap was a tough one, full of gatekeepers and competition, and Jamal struggled to find his place. On the outside, Jamal's TikTok videos painted a picture of carefree fun, a successful rapper balancing his career with his love life. But what the cameras didn't capture was the pressure that weighed on him. His rap career wasn't just a job. It was his escape, his identity. And as the months went by, that identity seemed to slip further away, replaced by the growing anxiety of trying to live up to expectations from his fans, from Tasha, and perhaps even from himself. Tasha Williams, too, had her own dreams. A fitness influencer, she had built a following by showcasing her workouts, healthy lifestyle, and dedication to a perfect image. But with the rise of her online persona came a relentless pressure to maintain that image, day in and day out. Fitness routines, perfectly curated meals, photo shoots that depicted her as flawless, all of it became a job, a never-ending cycle of perfection. Her followers expected nothing less. Every post had to be on point, every video had to capture the essence of her brand. And in the background, a struggle brewed. While she showed her followers strength and resilience, she quietly fought against self-doubt, constantly questioning whether her reality could ever match the image she portrayed online. Tasha's social media success wasn't just about likes or views. It was her livelihood, her identity, just as much as Jamal's music was his. But with fame came isolation. No one saw the sleepless nights, the moments where the weight of it all threatened to crush her. Her relationship with Jamal, once filled with spontaneous joy and love, now felt like another performance, a show they both had to put on for the world. And as the demands of both their careers grew, the cracks in their personal lives deepened. The love they once shared, pure and full of hope, was now tainted with jealousy and insecurity. But, as time went on, something shifted. The fun and laughter began to fade. The pressure to perform, both online and off, began to chip away at what had once been a solid foundation. The videos that once brought them closer now felt like obligations. And the love that seemed so pure. It began to feel fragile. The fame, at first, it seemed like a blessing. The likes, the comments, the adoration from their fans, it validated everything they were doing. But soon, the pressure of living up to an online persona became too much. For Jamal, every song release felt like an audition for something bigger, something that seemed just out of reach. For Tasha, every workout video, every fitness post, every meal she shared was scrutinized, dissected by followers who expected nothing less than perfection. Their relationship, once their sanctuary, had become another platform for the world to judge. The love they once shared, deep and genuine, was now tangled in jealousy, in the pressure of constantly living for the likes. In the world of social media, it was no longer just about having a good time, it was about staying relevant. And in a world where perfection was the expectation, the cracks in their relationship were inevitable. Behind every perfectly curated post, behind every viral video, something darker was beginning to take root. The love that had once been effortless was now clouded by insecurity, by jealousy. And when the cameras stopped rolling, that was when the real cracks began to show. With every passing day, the weight of their online lives grew heavier. The very thing that had brought them together now threatened to tear them apart. And when they decided to film their final video, a video that was supposed to reignite their connection, neither of them could have known just how much it would change everything. In an attempt to salvage what was left of their strained relationship, Jamal and Tasha decided to film a video that would showcase their commitment to each other. It was meant to be simple, nothing more than a playful prank, a staged argument. One of those viral, fake fights that had everyone laughing. It seemed harmless enough, a bit of fun for their followers, a way to prove their love for each other. As they prepared, there was no sense of forewarning. No inkling that this playful idea would take a turn no one could have predicted. They set up the scene together, Jamal pretending to be angry, Tasha playing along, their shared laughter filling the room. Their intentions were innocent, fueled by the desire to show their followers the depth of their relationship, to prove they were still in it together. But in the blink of an eye, something shifted. The lines between performance and reality began to blur. At first, it was still just a joke. The playful teasing, the exaggerated gestures. But then, Jamal's frustration, the anger he had been holding in for so long, began to surface. It was no longer the performance they had planned. His emotions, once contained, started to seep through, rage, jealousy, resentment, and in that moment, everything changed. The tension was palpable. Tasha, confused and caught off guard, tried to keep the act going, but the situation was quickly spiraling. Jamal's behavior had crossed a line. What was supposed to be a harmless joke turned into something much darker, and Tasha was no longer playing along. The room felt smaller, the air thicker with every word Jamal said. The playful banter they'd once shared was lost, replaced by something unrecognizable. Tasha's confusion turned to fear, and in the moment of uncertainty, she realized this wasn't a prank anymore. This was real. What had started as a performance now became a tragedy in real time. The video, once filled with laughs and jokes, now captured something far darker. Tasha's attempts to get through to Jamal, to remind him it was just a prank, were lost in the storm of his emotions. The once loving, carefree atmosphere had been shattered. This was no longer just a joke. It was too late. What should have been a moment of fun, a harmless display of affection for their fans, had turned into something none of them could have prepared for. Jamal's rage, the build-up of months of frustration, poured out in that moment, crossing a line from which there would be no return. Tasha, caught in the middle, no longer saw the man she loved, but a stranger whose anger had consumed him entirely. Every second of their relationship had led to this point, the anger, the jealousy, the insecurities, all laid bare in front of the world. What was once a shared moment of vulnerability now felt like a moment of terror. And as the camera captured everything, the world watched, oblivious to what was really happening. What had started as a simple TikTok prank, turned deadly. And in that moment, Jamal and Tasha's world was irrevocably changed. What they thought was a harmless joke, was now something no one could undo. In an uncontrollable moment of rage, Jamal lashed out, and struck Tasha. The force of it was unmistakable. The sound of it, the sickening thud that echoed through the room, was something neither of them could have prepared for. The camera, still rolling, captured every horrific second, the laughter gone, replaced with raw emotion. What started as a playful prank was now a violent confrontation, and the world was about to witness something far darker than anyone could have imagined. It wasn't supposed to happen this way. They had wanted to make a video, a testament to their love, their bond, something that would make their followers laugh. But in a single moment, everything changed. The love they had built, the fame they had earned, all of it was gone. The video, once intended to be a joke, had become a crime, one they could not undo. In the aftermath, Jamal's mind raced. He knew what he had done. The anger that had been building inside him had exploded, and now, the consequences were all too real. His shock, his horror, it was overwhelming, but it was too late to take any of it back. His actions had already sealed their fate. But then, his mind made another decision. Jamal tried to cover up his actions, to hide the truth. The camera, still capturing every movement, now documented his frantic attempts to manipulate the situation, to turn this tragedy into something else entirely. He knew that his life, their lives, would never be the same. But could he erase the evidence? Could he make it seem like an accident? But Tasha was still alive, clinging to life in the final moments. Her eyes filled with fear, disbelief, and confusion as she realized the man she loved, the person who had once held her so tenderly, had just destroyed everything they had worked for. In the moments that followed, her pain became not just physical but emotional, as the reality of the situation crashed down on her. In those final moments, Tasha saw the truth: her love, the life they built together, was shattered. The dream they had shared had become a nightmare in real time. And now, there was no going back. The video, still live, went viral almost immediately. Within hours, millions of people had seen the tragic turn of events: Jamal's outburst, Tasha's collapse, and the realization that something had gone horribly wrong. The comments flooded in, fans and followers alike, all in disbelief. Many couldn't comprehend what they had just witnessed. What seemed like another viral joke quickly revealed itself to be something much darker, something that no one could have prepared for. What had started as a love story, filled with playful banter and shared moments, quickly turned into a nightmare for their millions of followers. The comments went from support to panic, from curiosity to concern. Their fans, who had once adored them, were now grappling with a harsh reality they never thought they'd face. This wasn't just another prank gone wrong. This was something deeper, and no one was prepared for the truth. As investigators combed through the footage, they pieced together a chilling story of violence, deception, and a relationship that had gone toxic. What had once seemed like a perfect partnership, broadcasted for the world to see, was now unraveling in front of the law. Evidence from the video was carefully examined, every frame, every movement, every word Jamal had spoken, now crucial to understanding the true nature of what happened that day. Jamal's arrest was swift, the evidence against him undeniable. The investigation revealed a side of their relationship no one could have predicted, a pattern of emotional volatility, social media pressures, and, ultimately, the eruption of something far darker. But what drove Jamal to this point? Was it the pressure of his failing music career? Was it the toxic dynamics of their relationship? Or was it simply the loss of control, the breaking point of months, maybe years, of unspoken frustration? Jamal was charged with manslaughter, but the case wasn't as clear-cut as it seemed. Was it an accident, a moment of uncontrollable rage, or was it the culmination of deeper, unresolved issues in their relationship? Experts debated the effect of social media pressure, the toxic environment it created for Jamal and Tasha, and the way it distorted their perceptions of reality. Was it simply the nature of living for likes and views, or was there something more insidious at play? As the legal proceedings unfolded, the truth continued to grow more complicated. The case was about more than just a viral video, it was about the darker realities of fame, pressure, and the fragility of the human mind under stress. Jamal's fate hung in the balance, and so did the perception of their once perfect love story. What had seemed like the perfect couple, captured on screen, was now a symbol of how easily everything can unravel. As we look deeper into Jamal and Tasha's lives, we begin to see that the cracks were there long before the prank. The pressure to maintain the perfect online relationship, the constant need to present a flawless image for their followers, and the emotional manipulation that seeped into their interactions all played a role. Behind every shared smile, behind every scripted moment, there was an underlying tension, a growing disconnect that neither of them could escape. The weight of their online personas had become too much to bear, and in the silence between the posts, their insecurities festered. Social media fame can create an illusion of success and happiness, but it also places immense pressure on individuals. For Jamal and Tasha, their entire self-worth became intertwined with the performance of their relationship online. This constant need to portray perfection can lead to emotional burnout, jealousy, and the erosion of real, genuine connections. What starts as a platform for creativity can quickly become a prison, with the fear of losing followers, status, or control driving harmful behavior. Was Jamal a victim of his own failure to meet the expectations set by his career and his online image? Or did Tasha's own insecurities, fed by the constant comparison to others online, play a role in the disaster that unfolded? Was this tragic moment inevitable, a product of a toxic cycle neither of them could break? What choices led them down this path? Could it have been prevented, or was it always going to end this way? The tragedy of Jamal and Tasha Williams is a cautionary tale for us all. In the world of online fame, where every post is curated, every moment is staged, the line between what's real and what's fake can be dangerously thin. We live in a society where it's easy to get lost in the performance of life, where the pressure to maintain the perfect image can overshadow the reality of who we truly are. For Jamal and Tasha, their lives were shaped by the online personas they had created for themselves, and in the end, it was those very personas that led to their undoing. This isn't just a story about a couple, or even about one tragic event. It's about the dangers we face when we live for the likes, when we measure our worth by the opinions of others. It's a stark reminder that what we see on social media, the perfect images and flawless videos, is not always what's true. Behind every smile, behind every perfect post, there could be a story much darker than we can imagine. This is not just about a prank gone wrong, it's about the consequences of trying to live up to expectations that were never meant to be real. It's about the emotional toll of living in a world where appearances can be deceiving, and the cost of maintaining a facade can be far greater than we ever anticipated. What do you think? Was it an accident? A moment of uncontrolled rage? Or was this a relationship doomed from the start? Was the pressure of their online lives the true culprit? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.
Welcome to Shocking True Crime. Thanks to all our viewers and subscribers for your support. Stay with us for daily updates on the most shocking true crime stories. Don't forget to subscribe.